Hey, welcome to my channel. This is the last video in the Art of Negotiation course. And in this video, we talk about how to win at negotiation. Now, if you've made it this far, congratulations. If you've stumbled on this video and you don't know what's going on, then head to my channel and you can watch the entire Art of Negotiation course right from the very beginning by clicking on that playlist. So how do you win at negotiation? Well, winning is subjective. It depends on what you're looking for out of the negotiation. But you really need to define what a win is. And all of the exercises that you've done throughout this course are going to help you to define that. Your ambitious anchor, your minimum thresholds, or your BATNA, those help you to define the specific terms of a win. But a win can also be saying no to an agreement and being confident that it's the right choice. A win can be learning that the company that you are applying to actually doesn't support negotiation and doesn't pay all that well. And so you decide that you're not going to accept a job because it's just not going to compensate you appropriately. That's a win. That's absolutely a win. Assessing a potential new role and deciding that you don't want to do it because you're not going to be provided with the support to succeed, and standing in your boundaries and saying no to that. That is a win. A win is also getting that raise. A win is also getting the benefits and the terms and the assistance and the support and the additional budget or whatever it is that you are needing from the negotiated agreement. That is a win. And so the best way to approach winning is preparation. You've done the course, you've probably done most of the exercises, and the workbook that I've provided you is a step-by-step guide to winning a negotiation, whatever winning means for you. But it does really involve all of those steps. So really preparing, understanding what it is that's important to you, and especially for you, aligning to your values, aligning your wants to your values and understanding them going in, so that when presented with other things, you can negotiate, or you can seek creative options that still align to your values. It means supporting your mindset going in. And filling your cup so that you are in a great headspace when you're ready to negotiate, when you're walking into that conversation. It means leaning into the discomfort of negotiation. It is awkward to all of a sudden ask for what you need when your whole life you've never been encouraged to ask for what you need. But leaning into that and being clear about what it is that you need to be successful to lead your team or work with your team to achieve what it is that your supervisor needs is very empowering. So lean into that and lean into the discomfort that the person you're negotiating with may be experiencing. Particularly if it's an in-role negotiation, you're going to find your boss is probably taken a little bit aback by the conversation. They may be uncomfortable because you are uncomfortable. That's okay. Use silence as your friend. So state what you need and let the silence hang. You don't need to fill all of the words. You don't need to backpedal. You need to put out there what it is that you need to be successful, and let them do the spinning and the backpedaling and the filling of the space. And remain calm, take notes, and listen to what they're saying. Listen for underlying themes, the values that they're expressing, the priorities that they're expressing when they're talking to you about what you're asking for. Remember to focus the anchor always on your anchor, not on theirs. Don't give them the satisfaction of talking about how you'd like a 3% increase from what they're offering. Talk about what you want and let them do the work to bring you down from there. And finally, be kind to yourself and compassionate. This is not something that you do every day, although I'd love to know that you try negotiation in lots of different circumstances and that you practice it, so that when you get to these big negotiations, you are more comfortable, that it's about putting the parts together and negotiating with confidence, knowing that you've done this in small ways before. But be compassionate. Know that every time you do it, it's going to feel different. Know that you're going to do your best, and that you're going to think on your feet and work effectively to align to your values. If you've done the work, if you've done the preparation, then you've got that to stand back and look at. You've got the workbook to go through and think about, what's being proposed. You don't need to make a decision in the moment. You can slow down the process, and you can make sure that it's a great experience, whether you achieve your outcome or not, whether you get the dream deal, whether you get the dream offer, or you meet the minimum thresholds on everything and accept it. That's a win. That's a win over what they would have offered you. And no matter what, you tried. You are no longer one of the 60% of women who never negotiate. And that's a huge win. And so I really want to encourage you to pat yourself on the back, whatever the outcome, because standing up for yourself is not something that we learn as women. Standing up for other people is something that we do exceptionally well. But standing in our own values, defining what we need to be successful, and setting boundaries and being willing to say no if we're not able to achieve those things, that is a huge win. So pat yourself on the back, tell your friends, make sure you call your circle of support, let me know how it went, and take the opportunity to reflect. Reflect on what went well, on where you could have done more effective negotiation, and what you'd like to do next time or what you'd like to try. Because every time you do it, you learn something more. And every time you do it, you become much more confident. So good luck. Okay, so that's the course. We started module 1 by unlearning what you thought you knew about negotiation. I busted some myths and really educated you on how negotiation really works. In module 2, we took a deep dive into your strengths and your weaknesses. We looked at personality. We talked about the blind spots that you've been conditioned to have that keep you from asking for what you actually deserve. We talked about motivation. We talked about tapping into your values and your empathy. And finally, we talked about how to manage the monkey mind that tells you not to ask for more. In module 3, we covered the brass tacks of negotiation. So preparing, presenting your case, researching the other person, and counteroffering like a pro. And then in this final module, we rounded things out with some final tips and recommendations. Now it's time to put them into practice. And when you do, please talk about it. Share your experiences with me in the comments, share them with your friends, tell the young women in your life about the experience. The more that we talk about negotiation, the more we normalize it. So please, please, please tell people. Now, if you've just found me on YouTube and you want to learn this negotiation thing, then I'd say go to my channel. If you head to my playlists section, you will find a series of playlists called The Art of Negotiation, and start with module 1. It's a free course and I want you to have it. I promise you, it is absolutely worth your time. Now, if you need immediate help, if you have to negotiate tomorrow, then head to the show notes and pick up a copy of my step-by-step negotiation guide. It's $20 and it gives you everything you need to build an effective negotiation plan, including scripts that you can use for the conversation. As always, if you appreciate what I do and you want to support me in my quest to provide low-cost negotiation education and tools for women and for other folks from historically marginalized backgrounds, then you can always buy me a coffee to show your appreciation. But you can also like this video, share this video, subscribe to this video, because that helps too. That gets this content on other people's feeds. And that's really what this is all about. If you have any questions, anything about negotiation at all, please put them in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas for new videos, and I'm planning an upcoming Ask Me Anything video. So I'd love to dive into your question. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.